My master interior search is the most difficult of all your interior hides because now you have 3 search areas that you have to search. You have a maximum number of hides in the 3 search areas of 6. So that means you can have 2 in each search area. You can have 1 in one area, 2 in another, 3 in another, for a total of 6. But you may also have 1 empty search area, which means you can have 3 in one, 3 in another, and 0 in one search area. You have a minimum total of 3 hides. So unlike master, where you know you have a total of 3, so if you found the first search area, you know how many's in the second search area. In master, you have a minimum number of 3 hides and a maximum number of 6 hides. So I could have only 1 odor in each room. I could have 1 odor in one room, 2 in another, and 1 can be empty because you can have 1 empty search area. So this is where you need to be able to concentrate on your search area and remember how many you found, where you found them. You also have to have confidence in your dog's job because you need to be able to read your dog to know that there's no odor in that search area. You need to be able to read them when they found odor and then when they have found all the odor. The total area in master for all 3 search areas combined is 600 square feet to 1,000 square feet. So you could have a big area and 2 small areas. You could have 3 medium-sized areas. So it doesn't matter how big the area is. That will not necessarily determine how many odor hides there are. I had one judge place 1 hide in a big area in excellent and 2 odor hides in a smaller area. And so don't assume anything. You need to be able to trust your dog. Okay, our first search area, the time will start when we cross the blue cones. The purple cones are our perimeter cones. So if there's any odor, it's going to be inside the coned area. We can have 0 to 3 hides, and we don't know. Maverick just needs to be able to find everything or clear the area. Ready? Find it. Alert? Yes. So I said alert. The judge said yes. And your more experienced dogs, if there is an odor close to the start line, trust them. They know where it is. Let them take you. Find it. You got that one. I'll give you another treat. Good girl. So we found 1. There may be more in this area. There may not. Find it. Alert, the judge says yes, good girlie, and I can reward her. Nice job, that's 2. I can have up to 1 more or we can be done. Maverick has to tell me. Find it. Alert, the judge says yes, and I say finish right away because I know there can never be more than 3 hides. Good girl. So Maverick did not want to leave this area. She kept staring at me. She kept turning her head to that area. That told me that we had odor there. So that's 3. That's the maximum number of odor that can be in any area in master. So now I know our next areas, the most we can have are 3 total. 1 can be empty. The other area can have 1, 2, or 3. Our second master search area, the time will start when we cross the blue cones, will end when I successfully call alert and or finish. There were 3 odor in my first search area. There can be 0 to 3 in this search area. Ready? Find it. Alert, The judge says, yes, I reward my dog. Good girl. Nice job. Good. Okay, find another. Find it. Alert. The judge says, yes, I reward my dog. Good girl, huh? Good. Okay, that's 2. There can be 1 more or we can be done. Maverick has to clear the area. Find it. Good girl, you got that one. I can choose to reward her again, or I can just praise her and go on. But I'm going to go ahead and reward her because it's warm out and I want to motivate her to keep searching. Find it. Yes, you found that one too. Good girl. Let's keep looking. Find it. Nice head snap. I know she's on odor. Find it. Alert. The judge says yes, and I call finish because I know 3 is the maximum number of hides that can be in one search area. So we had 3 hides in our first search area, 3 in our second. Now I know our third search area is going to be empty, but I still need to search and have Maverick clear it. I already found 6 odor in the first 2 rooms, so now I know this third search area must be empty. I have to enter the search area. I have to let my dog enter the search area before I can call finish. I'm actually going to allow Maverick to search the area and clear it, because what if this empty room was our first room instead of our third? But the nice thing is, if you know the rules and you know the math, as soon as you step in and your dog's in there with you, you can call finish. But we're going to actually let her search the room. Ready? Find it. So I can tell she's showing absolutely no interest. She wanted to go back to a different search area where there was odor. So now I can say finish. Yes, and the judge will say yes, and we just qualified. Good girl. The master container search has 20 containers just like Excellent, and it can be the same configuration as an Excellent. So it can be 4 rows of 5. Those rows must be a minimum 36 inches apart, and each container in each row must be a minimum 12 inches apart, but they can be more. It can be a U-shape configuration, or they can be put in a circle. If they're a U-shape or circle, they must be a minimum 12 inches apart. At this level, you have 3 minutes to find 1 to 3 hides. Remember, at the master level, you don't know how many hides there are. So if you do not say finish, you will not qualify, because you must let them know that you have found everything. The master search area is the same size as the Excellent search area. It's 600 to 800 square feet. Our time will start when we cross the start line, which is the light blue cones. The purple cones are the perimeter. The time will stop when I call finish. Remember, I have 1 to 3 hides. I have to know my dog to know whether or not we found them already. Find it. Alert, the judge says yes, and I can reward my dog. Good girl. Find it. Yes, I know you found that. And it's okay if you reward them on the same container. It's okay. Let's go find another. Alert, the judge says yes, and I can reward my dog. You see my dog stepped on a container and displaced it? That is not the fault of the dog. Moving a container because they're too close or too lightweight should not be a fault. Good girl. Are you finding any more? So she's only going back to the same 2 boxes. I'm going to assume there are no more containers with odor in it. We'll just walk down the center one more time. And she's not even caring. So now I will say finish. The judge will say yes, and that will be a qualifying search for us. The master exterior search has an unknown number of hides between 1 and 4, and the judge can use birch and or anise and or clove and or cypress. So the odor, all four odor can be the same, or you could have one of each or any combination. You have 3 to 5 minutes to search. The judge will determine how much time you have, and the judge will take into consideration the size of the area, the complexity, how many areas there are to search, and also how many hides there are. The search area will be 1,500 to 2,000 square feet. And if you notice, the search area goes up quite a ways past the retaining wall. The purple cones define the boundary of the search area. My time will start when I go between the blue cones, which is the start line, and it will end after I say finish. Now, you have to say alert at each odor, but you have to know when your dog has found all the odors, so you need to be able to read your dog, and there could be anywhere from 1 to 4 odor. Are you ready? Find it. Alert, the judge says yes, I can reward my dog. Good girl. Find it. Alert, the judge says yes, and I can reward my dog. I don't know if you noticed, but she gave me alert when her nose was on the ground. But before I had a chance to say anything, I probably would have called alert. Before I had a chance to say anything, she continued to search, and then she fine-tuned exactly where she found the source. Good girl. You want another cookie? Here you go. Good. Find it. So that's 2. We have 0 to 2 more to find. Alert, the judge says yes. I can reward right on the odor. That's 3. We have 0 to 1 more. Find it. I want to clear the area if there's no more. Good girl. She already found that, but it's okay if I reward her again. Find it. Okay, we're not going to just stick on that one. That's a good girl. Find it. You got that one too. Find it. She doesn't seem to be hitting on anything, but she is giving me active search behavior. So I still have plenty of time to see if it's just drifting odor from what we already found, or if there's another odor out there. And it's been around this chair is where she's telling me that she detects something. Can you find it? You got that one. Good girl. Alert, the judge says yes, and I can say finish because that's a total of 4. That's the maximum number you can have. So that was just our qualifying search. Good girl. Master buried has 1 to 4 hides. So it's an unknown to you. The judge can use birch, anise, clove, or cypress. You will be searching 16 containers. 8 of those containers have water. 8 of them will have sand. And the judge can set those containers in any configuration they want. All of the containers will have a grate over it so the dogs cannot get into it. You have 5 minutes, and the search area is 400 to 500 square feet. My time will start when we cross the start line, which is the light blue cones. The purple cones are the perimeter cones. The time will end after I call finish, and the number of alerts I call first will be determined by how many hides the judge put out. Ready? Find it. Alert, the judge says yes, and I can feed my dog. Good girly. You notice she looked at me at a lot of bins, but she didn't stick to it. She kept on moving, and the one that had odor, she stuck with. Alert, the judge says yes. I can feed my dog right on the odor. Find it. We found 2 so far. Find it. So 1. Alert, the judge says yes. I can reward right on the odor. So now we have 0 or 1 left. Any more? Yes, you got that one. Let's see if there's any more. We have plenty of time to make sure she got them all. And I will call finish. The judge said yes. So we just got a qualifying light. Good girl.